Hello, it's good to see you again. Been away for a few days. Oh, I am back from the Festival of Dungeons in Calgary. I had an incredible trip. The only downside is that I think the old crusty Canadian Legion that it was held in gave me some kind of sinus infection. I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this video without sneezing and or getting a nosebleed. I'm pretty sure there is some kind of parasite living in my brain now. But aside from that, it was a wonderful trip. Sometimes you can spend a whole bunch of time preparing for an event or a trip, and then you get there and it's underwhelming, right? Like you didn't have your expectations in check. But I gotta say, it was everything I was hoping for, and it was exactly what I expected. A great weekend of gaming, and more importantly, hanging out with friends. There was certainly no shortage of either of those things. Started off the weekend by playing Mech 28 Arena, which is an incredibly fun game by my friend Bill, also known as Berserker Works, also known as Good Bill. I had never played this game before, but it only took about 10 minutes to learn how to play it, and it was an absolute blast. Bill made really cool terrain for it, which was just 2x6s cut up, painted black, and with Quake graphics glued on top. And it was so perfect. It was simple and really got the vibe of that kind of like fighting death arena that he was going for. Sadly, I did not win, so I didn't get any cool trophy, but I had so much fun. And actually, I did get a Gunpla model and a bag of random bits from Bill afterwards, and I'm going to be using that really soon to create a original mech. We did get a chance to demo Kill Screen 89. In my head, I had expected to do this 2 or 3 times. It only ended up being 1 game, but that was plenty. It provided everything that I needed and wanted. We got 8 people playing. A lot of the fears I had about the game were diminished. Some of the things that I thought might be a little too slow or difficult to resolve were not an issue. It was actually kind of crazy because there was 8 players, plus there was 12 NPC models. So 20 models, 8 players, and the game still ran smoothly and efficiently and wrapped up quickly. Another worry I had was that it's a very deadly game, so a player could be eliminated really quickly. And I had a concern that if a player were to be eliminated really early, it wouldn't be fun for them because they'd be like, cool, now I'm not playing. But the first player that got killed fairly early was totally engaged right until the end, and even talking to him about it afterwards, he said, yeah, it's like you still want to see what's going to happen, and it's still super engaging and super fun. So really huge success. My transport case that I had been building and my terrain and my track and all that stuff worked out wonderfully. One small problem when I got home, this mat had been rolled up and unrolled a couple times, and some of the blood spots did flake off, and so did some of the paint. It still looks fine because it's black rubber underneath, but I think I will probably in the future try to travel with it not rolled and maybe just like that loosely folded. Late into Saturday, as the metal bands were playing, I joined in a game of Magic the Gathering Commander, and it was the first time I had done so in at least 10 years. And it might not have been the ideal conditions to start playing again in, because we were playing 5-person Commander and we were in a small space with metal bands playing, so it was hard to communicate. But because I was surrounded by cool, inviting, great people, it totally worked. It was just fine. On the second day, me and JP joined a game of Morkborg. Playing Morkborg at 10 in the morning was kind of a surreal experience in the musty upstairs of a Royal Canadian Legion. But we had a really good time. I enjoyed the adventure. We had a great game master. It was also nice playing with some strangers, which is something I'm not actually that used to doing, but it just reminded me that it's something that I should not be so reluctant to do. It's something that I should, do more often. I also, of course, just had tons of fun looking at all the amazing boards that were there, all the great terrain. It was nice seeing a setup of Idols of Torment that I didn't make and have to bring. Jared had his setup that he just like built like in the days before Dungeon Fest, and it was really wonderful. I got some cool stuff. I got these comics from someone that I met last year and reconnected with this year. I also got this, Darklight by Sean Smith, who is a Calgary dude who builds a lot of terrain, does a lot of commissions. And this is his original RPG system that is illustrated in large part by Mike, who is the creator of these comics. So it was good to see those guys again and make more art connections. Another highlight of the trip was definitely going for Hot Pot with a large group of people after the festival finished. I know that so many of the organizers were beat by that point and just needed some decompression. So thanks, Rory, for that treat. But also just thanks to all the organizers who put in so much time and effort, and volunteers and people who brought stuff. It really warmed my heart. Like, I came back with a full heart. I spent a lot of time over the last couple of years being kind of bummed out by the lack of community that I have access to in Winnipeg for just like playing cool, alternative, weird games. And I think that now my second trip to Calgary for Dungeon Fest has just like taught me that if I want something like that, I might have to lead it, and I might have to, you know, just be the change that I want to see. So I don't know if that's something I have time to do, but it was definitely inspiring to see that like a grassroots movement like they have going on there has been so successful. And it's just so refreshing to see people coming together, all sorts of different people from different walks of life, to just play games, do hobby stuff, and just get excited by cool things. So yeah, that's one more Dungeon Fest in the books. And yeah, I'm already looking forward to next year. But I'm also looking forward to getting back to making daily videos.